3D art, again using their other senses. Through 3D printing, because you can 3D print a large variety of shapes, pretty much any shape. And an AI-driven speaker system that also enables them to use their other senses, aka hearing or touch, using 3D printing. So this is an example of our ship model, which is presented here when we were designing it in a 3D designing software. We also created an AI incorporated virtual tour online for people who can't travel but also want the experience that are provided. This is a virtual tour diagram of the Addison. So with our solutions, what is our ultimate goal, right? Our ultimate goal is to enable anyone, now emphasis on anyone, to experience art. Whether you're disabled, blah, 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 whatever. You should be able to experience art. Also, we want to allow people with vision impairments and other disabilities to experience 3D art as thoroughly and with as much and obtain as much information as we do with our own eyes. Now, our journey does not stop here. In the future, we want to make sure that all disabled people, whether they're blind, deaf, any other disabilities, to be able to experience art as much as we do. For example, we want to have them experience this 3D model as well as we do, for example. But we're not going to only do 3D models. We're also going to do 2D art, paintings, etc. That's our goal for the future, and we feel like this is a step in the right direction. Now I'm going to pass it on to my fellow Phelps, who will explain each branch of our innovation project solution in detail.
Hi, my name is Laura, and I will be talking about our virtual gallery. Before I talk about that, I want to talk about the main statement of our project: equality. We want everybody to be able to experience art in the same way. And now you may not consider this a disability, but many people don't have access to transportation or live in rural areas. This can allow people to feel like they're walking through a gallery instead of just looking at images through a website. This website we made with working with a company called Part2. They create virtual tours and they sent us over a camera and allowed us to take pictures throughout the Addison Art Gallery's ship models and merge them together into the gallery you see here. This allows easy navigation by touching through the little bubbles that you will see on the ground, and you can look through a bigger version of the gallery just by scrolling through. These are our info tags. Let's say you really, really like a boat, or you see something that you like in general. You can click these info tags to get a better understanding on the boat. Right here, you can just click these little things and the info tag will show up. Right now, for every single boat, we don't have an info tag, but hopefully in the future, we're going to have info tags on all the ship models in this, and maybe even ship models in different museums. These also include the link to our AI guide, which I will be talking about now. This is our AI guide. We created this using a pre-existing API that allows our website to talk to ChatGPT. We give ChatGPT the prompt that it's a guide at the Addison Gallery of Art Museum. We also gave it this text, and also other text. So now it can answer questions that you put into our chat in real time. Here you can see a person to say hi, the Addison Art Gallery answers, and he will type in a question, and the Addison Art Gallery will respond. We also have a speaker button. This speaker button, if you click, it'll actually allow the guide to speak to you, so you don't need to read through. This will continue to help if you are vision impaired, so to speak. If you want an even deeper understanding, you could read the prompt and ask any questions. Now I will be giving a demo of our 3D virtual tour and our AI guide. as we load into the gallery, you can see these are one of our info tabs for the boat that we're 3D printing actually, the Claremont. Just by scrolling through, just by using arrow keys, you can navigate and look at different boats and different pieces of artwork throughout the ship model. This is very beneficial because it's also a very, very efficient use of our resources because it can allow people to get a realistic understanding of different pieces of art. You may see this in a picture in a website, but now you can actually look at different angles of the ship, so you can see different parts of it, like a sail or a mast, so to speak. Now I will also be giving a quick demo of our AI guide. I will be taking some volunteers to ask questions about our AI guide, but please keep the questions about the boat. So, any volunteers? Any volunteers?
Nobody?
No?
Cody?
How large is the boat in the video?
Okay, that is not proper. Right here you can see that the chat responded, and let's see if the speech bubble actually works. Let's see.
The North River Steamboat, also known as the Claremont, was originally built with dimensions of 150 feet long, 12 feet wide, and 7 feet deep. After a substantial rebuild during the winter of 1807 to 1808, the ship was widened by 6 feet to increase navigation.
All right, any other volunteers?
I'll take one more.
I'll take one more.
One more. Any questions?
Where is the boat now?
Ooh, that's a good question. That is a good question. Alright, so this information actually isn't put into a website yet. But hopefully in the future we can add more and more information as we get. Right now we only have a few links, but hopefully maybe we can add more Wikipedia information and other websites that specialize in this boat. So right now it doesn't actually specify the current location, but it does say in the text that it was used in New York and Albany, New York. So during the Hudson River, and it is a steamboat. So that will tell you where it was, but it doesn't know where it is now.
I believe they're making a museum to like recreating it, so maybe like it still hasn't been updated, so the information is.
Exactly.
And in addition to Zora, I'm pretty sure it was sold and scrapped later.
Okay, so
That's sad.
yeah. Alright. Now I will be passing this on to my fellow cub who will talk more about
Okay. So, hi everyone. Again, I'm Claire, and I'll be talking about the 3D foot model. So, we've got a pretty cool story to share. One where we broke the glass on this display and let people get hands-on with the art inside of it. Just as Merson stated, we wanted to make art accessible to everyone, especially those who are visually impaired. We took the idea of do not touch the art and turned it into do touch the art. We chose the unique Claremont foot model as the start of our journey. Okay, now the star of our show is the amazing 3D printed version of the Claremont boat.
Yeah!
We didn't do it in one go. Our innovation project leader, Merson,
Hi.
split the boat into different parts. I had the pleasure of working on the boiler and chimney. Bowen tackled the gears. Zora brought the water wheel and longhouse to life, while Merson and Ryan worked on the boat body itself. Team effort, right? Now, here's where the magic happened. We huddled up in a 3D modeling app and then started designing. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. The hardest challenge was to transform the ship in front of your eyes into a model on the 3D modeling app. Plus, some of us were total newbies to this software, so it was a learning journey for all of us. Now onto the 3D printing adventure. To make this experience extra special, we explored the world of 3D filaments and found one that felt just like wood. But there's a catch. Those particles in the filament that made it feel like wood would often clog up the nozzles. So we tried many different types of nozzles and finally found one that worked the best. Also, not all of us had 3D printers, so we got resourceful and went to the library. But there's a catch there too, a strict 3-hour time limit. That didn't discourage us. We split the pieces into even smaller parts and then printed them. Despite all these hurdles, our 3D printing journey has reached its conclusion, and we're here with a tactile masterpiece that's ready for you to explore. We didn't just break the glass on the display, we broke the barriers that kept art out of reach. And now, I'll call on some lucky volunteers to come up here and test out the boat itself.
We'll take 2.
Yeah. And we have some special glasses that will make you glass. Person in the back.
Yeah, come on up.
Anybody else? Okay, sure, come on.
Please be careful. It's
Yeah,
pretty fragile.
because it's a prototype, so it's pretty. So we'll lead you to the boat, and you can feel
Put
the
it right
parts.
here.
Mhm.
Go around it.
Yep, you're close, buddy. Right on top.
Right there, right there.
You can move your hands up and down. Can you like feel the different parts of the boat? Yeah. This is just from the
They must have feedback.
Yes. Can you like feel every single part pretty clearly? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, what do you think?
All right. Now, I will pass it on to my fellow Cub Boas to explain more about the innovation project.
So another way that we can enable vision impaired people to experience the sound and a speaker system
I'll take one more. And like see if you can find the button.
Try to pick someone.
The image shows a wooden boat with a triangular sail attached to a wooden mast. The mast is held in place by a rope that is tied to the bow of the boat. The boat appears to be made of wood and has a wooden hull with intricate carvings on the sides. There is a small cabin on the deck of the boat, and the sail is white with black stripes. The mast is black and the rope is brown. The boat is floating on a lake or ocean with waves visible in the background. The sky is a deep blue and there are clouds in the distance. The Claremont has often been called the world's
And
first
now we have a
steamboat.
brief history of the boat.
Actually, for 50 years prior to her building, various attempts have been made in England, France, and America to produce a boat propelled by a steam engine. While some of these early boats operated short distances, none was a commercial success. The American inventor, Robert Fulton, combined the results of these earlier experiments with the financial aid of Robert Livingston of Claremont, New York. The engine was made by Fulton and worked at Birmingham, England. On August 17, 1807, the Claremont sailed on her historic first voyage from New York to Albany, making the trip of 150 miles in 32 hours of running time. For the next 7 years, she plied regularly between New York and Albany, carrying passengers and freight until her place was taken by other steamboats which followed in the wake of her success.
So what this was it was a small description of the boat that was AI generated, and then we took the actual description or background of the boat that was provided by the Addison and put it in after.
Alright, so, wait, who just came up with? So question to you. Were you able to picture the boat in your mind when you were listening to this?
Yeah.
Yes. Nice.
Right.
Right. Alright, and with that, thank you for listening to our presentation. A few shout outs here. We would once again like to thank the Addison Gallery for making this innovation possible. We would also like to thank the Memorial Hall Library for allowing us to use their 3D printers, despite the 3-hour time limit. That kind of sucks. So yeah, thank you to these people.
We would also like to thank Christine, who went out of her way to answer our questions and really make what we have here now
Possible.
So if you are done with your survey, please put it on the table or hand it to one of us. If you're not done, we'll maybe give you a little bit of time to finish that. And if you haven't done your raffle yet, please do so now. If you